Hey guys, this is Karthika Kantwal from Apex Fencer, and I'm back with your daily dose of charts and discussion consisting of equity and index outlook for tomorrow's trading session. So without wasting much time, let's move on towards new, and of course I hope you guys had a really nice and fantastic weekend, and I hope you guys are ready with your homework and analysis for tomorrow's trading session. Now starting with the equity side of things first, coming to the first trade that we have is Sipla. Now, Sipla we have a really strong support and high quality supply turned demand zone at 770. And also, if you see the lower low lower high structure that it was making has been invalidated. So now it does really make a lot of sense to find longs at the nearest support level. So what we are going for is a long at 770, stop loss at 760, and ideal targets of 1% on the upside. Moving on to the second one is M&M Mahindra. Now Mahindra, you can see we had a really strong resistance turn support. It did held up once, you can see it crossed and then took support here, but now if you look at the recent candle structure, it has made lower high formation. Now we have two coinciding factors, a swing point and a support turn resistance once again, as confirmed by the strong sell of candle and this big upper wick. So it only makes a lot of logical sense to enter a short at 620 as per my understanding of the chart. If you beg to differ, then let me know in the comment section below. Now what we have is a short at 620, stop loss at 628, and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Moving on to the next one, Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma, similar to Mahindra, again we had a support, it was broken and then reclaimed, and now once again it is broken. Also we have confirmation of lower high formation. So what we are going to go for here is a short at 495, stop loss at 500, and ideal targets of 1% on the upside, on the downside. The next one is Maruti, again a short position. We are simply going to take advantage of this lower high formation. It seems to be a fresh trend after this high low formation. We do have a bit of an unfilled price gap near 6500, so it might try to fill that in the coming weeks. But for immediate outlook on Maruti, we are going to go for a short at the nearest swing high at 6970 and stop loss at 7050, and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Moving on to the final one on equity side is Titan. Now Titan, we had a fresh range break. You can see this trading range, it was broken on the downside. Role reversal of support was completed, and again that level is being held pretty strongly as a resistance. We are going to take a short at that very level of 1240. We have taken multiple trades at this point, and they have worked out pretty nicely. So we're going to go for a short at 1240, stop loss at 1255, and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Now moving on to the main side of things, not main rather, but my favorite side of things, the indices. Now both of the indices, Nifty, Bank Nifty, they have a tight trading range for now. Coming to Nifty first, it's got a range of 11,670 to about 11,800, 130 point range, close to 1.2% on Nifty. The break of this range is going to be the deciding factor for upcoming trend in Nifty. Now this small up move that is there can be viewed as a pullback for the major low swing leg that is at this point, but that has to be confirmed by taking a resistance point from 11,800, 11,850. If that happens, then we might be back to 11,750 and 11,600 later on in the coming days. But let's see how it goes. Coming to the option chain side of things, we have a resistance immediate at 11,800 with 662,000 added contracts. Significant resistance at 11,900 with 677,000 added contracts. And on the support side, we have immediate support at 11,700 with 813,000 added contracts. Significant at 11,600 with 295,000 added contracts. So even the option chain reflects a 100 point range on Nifty, 700 to 800. You can trade break of this range for a quick 30, 40, 50 points target scalp trade. And the PCR is 0.94. It's bearish but not aggressively bearish, as if it were above 1, that would have been aggressively bearish. So right now it's just moderately bearish, nothing too exciting there. Now let's move on to Bank Nifty. Now Bank Nifty, the scene is quite different. We have a really tight trading range of 23,400 to 23,600. It might seem like 200 points is big, but those of you that trade Bank Nifty will be aware that 200 points is not really that big of a range for this beast. It can break 200 points as if it's nothing. So what we have here is if you draw a trend lines here, you would have a small bullish pennant but the moving averages are too hunched up together, so it doesn't really give me a sense of strong bullishness. It depends on the opening of tomorrow's trading session, though, where it goes. But either way, Bank Nifty mein I would really like to trade the break of this trading range, 200 points ka range, for a quick 150 200 points ka target either side. Coming to the option chain side of things, we have immediate resistance at 23,800 with 62,000 added contracts, significant at 24,000 with 211,000 added contracts. Support comes in at 23,500, very close, with 223,000 added contracts. And significant support comes in at 23,000 with 252,000 added contracts. So let's see. Bank Nifty I do recommend trading break of this range, of course, assuming it doesn't have a big gap up or gap down. But let's see. The PCR comes out to be at 0.85, which is moderately bearish, nothing to be excited about for the bulls or the bears. So nothing really exciting on the option chain on Bank Nifty. Well, this marks the end of today's video. These are all the charts that I had to discuss with you guys. As usual, if you want all of these charts, all of the material that I just discussed with you, you can check out the Telegram channel, and rather you should check out the Telegram channel @Apex Finserv, where I post everything before the market opens at 9 a.m. Generally posted by 8:30, so you can go through it and try to mix it up with your analysis and find out what works for you best. As usual, I hope you have a really good, exciting green trading session today. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment something nice, and of course, trade vigilantly. But tomorrow doesn't really seem exciting as per the chart, so you can be pretty aggressive. Just my 2 cents. It's entirely your decision how you want to trade. That's it for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. Bye.